Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Washington Exec's Veterans Day series, where we're speaking with some of the most innovative companies in GovCon about how they recognize this federal holiday and support veterans throughout the year. Today, I'm delighted to be speaking with Scott Sizemore, a retired Marine officer. Scott now works with American Systems as a senior program manager. Scott, thank you for your service and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Rachel. It is my pleasure to be with you this morning.
Tell us about your personal connection to the veteran community.
Absolutely. Like your introductory remarks, I'm a retired Marine officer. I served on active duty for about 23 years. My son is an active duty Marine officer, a KC-130J pilot. My younger brother is a retired U.S. Army Green Beret. My father served a career in the Air Force. So we grew up moving all around, following his career path. I also had two uncles that were U.S. Army officers. So I am now and have always been connected to and a part of the veteran community my entire life.
Wonderful. Is your company kicking off any specific initiatives for Veterans Day?
Yes, we are. As long as I've been an employee owner at American Systems, our company has always paid special tribute to Veterans Day. And this year is no different. A few years ago, our company initiated a formal recognition of Veterans Day with a special virtual program organized around recognizing the service of all veterans, including the many veterans we have at American Systems. The event is always well attended and includes personal experiences and stories from many of our employee veterans who will be doing the same this year.
How does American Systems recognize, work with, and support the veteran community throughout the year?
Thank you for that question. Love to address that. In 2017, about a year after I started at the company, we started an initiative called the Service Member Outreach and Referral Program, or SOAR program. The program is a platform for our employee veterans to foster camaraderie and make connections with fellow veterans inside and outside the company. SOAR also leads our corporate efforts to recruit veterans and encourage their continued service to the United States of America, but now as employee owners, fulfilling American Systems' commitment to veterans. SOAR program also sponsors what we call the VetConnect initiative. VetConnect was launched to connect veterans transitioning from the military, leaving active duty, or coming into industry, who are also pursuing positions at American Systems. Those connections get made with an employee owner inside the company from the same branch of service they're from. So I've been involved with this, and so I have spoken with many Marines as they're making that transition. And there's this kind of immediate connection when you're speaking with someone that shares your experiences. It's really a lot of fun for me, and on the backside, what we've seen since the inception of VetConnect is we have seen a marked increase in our ability to retain candidates through the hiring process, which is sometimes difficult. And ultimately, what we want to do is get them on board. And that VetConnect initiative has been a big part of that. And just incredibly rewarding for me personally. It's crazy. The Marine Corps is small, and how many times our stories align. We have also done some matching donation campaigns with the help of our SOAR members. We look at veteran-related charitable organizations to donate to. And then we encourage all employees to give back, and the company has matched employee donations to those charities. The SOAR program also formally recognizes each service birthday with a special birthday message sent company-wide. SOAR program also supports a special virtual event aligned with the annual Military Spouse Recognition Day. And this is a big deal. American Systems is also a member of the Military Spouse Employment Partnership and is invested in creating a career path for military spouses by retaining our own military spouses as they relocate, supporting them throughout their service members' deployment, and providing them flexibility to care for their family. And one of my favorite things is I'm a cyclist, and our CEO is also a cyclist. He encouraged us to participate in the annual Armed Forces Cycling Classic held in early June in Crystal City. And last year, our company was awarded the top prize for donations to the event's official beneficiary, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, or TAPS.
Scott, you mentioned some of the ways you play a role in all these efforts you just listed. Can you expand on that and talk a little bit more about how the rest of the company gets involved?
Absolutely. So, uh, I guess the cycling event is my most recent memory, so I'll talk about that. So, not only did several of the company veterans who are also cyclists show up to ride, but we also had volunteers from our company go down to the event and just I think I don't remember how many people were there, but there were several of them that volunteered just to support that to hand out water or move gates or whatever it took to be a part of that. So throughout the year, also at some of those events, there's some deeply personal connections to the military and to veterans in our company, whether it's a spouse or my own personal connection, but we've also found that people who had a family member that they have cherished memories of also want to get involved. So it's kind of spread beyond just the veterans themselves and brought in those other people who just want to help out or have a deeply personal connection.
Wonderful. Well, considering the GovCon industry and so many companies are made up of veteran employees, why is it important to you and your company to continue recognizing veterans and supporting them and their families, not just on Veterans Day, but year round?
I see that our commitment to and recognition of veterans and their families as a parallel to their service and a parallel to the commitments that they made and continue to make to serve our nation. Those currently wearing the uniforms of our military, they don't get a day off. They can be called anytime to go anywhere to do anything that they have been trained and equipped to do. Those who have worn the uniforms of our military made sacrifices for all of us. And in my opinion, we can never show too much gratitude.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking with me today.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you, Rachel.